Okay, I'm going to be going over number 4 from the test. So number 4 says, a company had the following sales over the first 5 years of existence. Write or enter an equation that best models these sales. Now, best means it's not going to be perfect. This is a real life scenario, but we want a model that best fits the function. S represents sales, S, and T represents the years. So they want the equation instead of y and x, they want s and t. So s is the y and t is the years. First, if I want to create an equation, I have to figure out what type of function this is. Is this going to be a linear? Is it going to be a quadratic? Is it going to be an exponential? So I know if it's exponential, I know that I have to put the equation in the form of y is equal to ab to the x. And if it's linear, that means I have to create it in the form of y is equal to mx plus b. So I have to figure out which one I need to use. So let's see if I'm dividing by adding or subtracting by the same one. Now I'm going to cut to the chase here a little bit. And my pattern here is adding. So I am adding 28 each time. So if I'm adding 28, that means I have a linear function. If I was multiplying, it would be exponential. So if I have a linear function, I need to figure out what my slope is and what my y-intercept is. Now, slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the change in y's every time is 28. And the change in x, let's figure out the change in x. Well, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my change in x is just 1. So 28 over 1 is just 28. So we know the slope, we know m is 28. Now I have to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept here, b, is when x is 0, when there's no years. So I need to work backwards and figure out what year 0 is. So instead of adding 28, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to subtract. So 126 minus 28 gives me 98. So that means my b is equal to 98. So I have my equation. Y is equal to 28x plus 98. And I was very lenient here, so if you got this, I gave the answer to you, so this was right. However, to be fully correct at the end of the year, at the end exam you're going to take, you have to write it in the terms that they wanted. They wanted s as y and t as the x. So this has to be s is equal to 28t plus 98. So I always put the variables in terms of their content.